Good morning. 10:15 a.m. on Friday. On Friday or Frow's Day, are you looking for an alternative today to the mainstream prostitute media generated completely mediocre, nonsensical, delusional American political theater discourse? The Mueller report. The Mueller. The Mueller. How absurd that people are obsessed with this shit when we're living in a constitutional democratic republic that's become a complete off-the-rails Disneyland fascist global Roman Empire on steroids. Military-industrial empire, a juggernaut of insanity. And yet we have this Trump lover, Trump hater, completely mediocre, misled, blind leading the blind discourse situation is just back and forth. I love Trump, I hate Trump, I love Trump, I hate Trump. It's just bullshit. I love Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, huh? Yeah, he's gonna save you. I mean, well, listen to Roger Waters, who I happen to like. His interview about Julian Assange, you should see. He says that he thinks it's too bad because Bernie Sanders has done some good things, progressive, but I don't know about that. State Department socialist, according to Webster Tarpley, Bernie Sanders. And you know what happens with socialism every time it gets into power? I mean, look at Stalin. Look at Hitler. Yeah, National Socialism. Nazi means National Socialist. Okie dokie. Came to the right place if you want an alternative, though, because I'm not going to give you any baloney bullshit from the left or from the right, because I have this thing called backbone, you see? I got some fortitude, I got some intestinal fortitude, I got some guts, and I got integrity. I'm an integer, a one, a whole. I am whole. I'm not a fraction. I'm not a part. I'm a unit, a one. An O-N-E, an N-E-O, neo. And I can say no if I have to. I can take the left negative of no if I have to negate, like if I'm presented with an abusive person or situation. I will say no, and I have no trouble saying no. I also have no trouble saying yes if it's something beneficent or someone beneficent. I also have no trouble saying neither, down the center between yes and no, positive and negative. All this power of positive thinking propaganda is not serving humanity, it's not serving you, because it's putting you on one side, your right side, and never having access to your wrong side or your no side. And not having any clue that right between them is this neutral neither, which is transcendental, which has everything to do with the true mystical understanding of God, God, generate, operate, destroy, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. God is an immortal spirit who belongs to everybody. God is not an Israelite. I got 24 cash register synchronicities to share with you. 12 from each of the last 2 days. I just counted these, and it just so happened to be 12 on each day, on Wednesday and Thursday, Woden's Day and Thor's Day, and today is Frow's Day. March is Mars, the male, the right side. Right ascension, Aries, 3 o'clock, the sun, house of the rising sun, from the right to the left to April, or Aphrodite, or Freya, as in Friday. Friday is the day of Frau, or April, or Aphrodite, or Venus, or Ishtar of Easter. And what do we got? Looky what we have here on Sun's Day. Easter, or Ishtar, or Astarte. Yes, the goddess of the stars. As in Diana Lucifera, the huntress, the lunar goddess. Lucifera, light bearer of Ra, the sun, Re, of the light, of the luminous Luna. Luna is the nighttime light. And El Sol, the sun, is the day luminary of Re. Eri, January, February, arising to Aries, or March, Mars. Or Aries, and then the ram, R-A-M, M-A-R, Mars, Mary, had a little lamb or ram, and the Passover ram of the passing over the equator. That's exactly what this is about. It's astrology. And the reason that Christians honor Easter and not what? Passover? Because Christianity, from its inception with the Roman Empire, is anti-Jewish. Of course it is. Why would there be this New and Old Testaments? Why would they call the Torah the Old Testament and not what it is, the Torah, if they weren't anti-Jewish? They don't use the Jewish name for it. Why is that? Ask your pastor about that, and ask him about the church's, or ask your priest about the church's connection with Adolf Hitler and National Socialism, Nazism. And ask your own current elected officials about what they know about Project Paperclip, which was the CIA, or the American intelligence establishment's, before the CIA's inception even, project to bring the top Nazi scientists, rocket scientists like Wernher von Braun, over to the United States, competing with Russia to get the top Nazi rocket scientists after World War II ended. None of those Nazi scientists had to disavow their Nazi allegiance. Look at the Bush's family's connection to that, with the harem, and with Prescott Bush's involvement with funneling money to Germany to help Hitler build his war machine. July, Julius, Caesar, Juno, John, J1, Ja-on. May, of the Mama Masons coming up after here, April, Aphrodite, Ishtar. These are the moons. The months are the moons. It's all about the lunar cycles. 28.5 days. Today, we are at the new moon of the 19th, Frau's Day. Which number Friday of the year is this? It's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th. Wow. It's the 16th Frau's Day, Friday today, of Aphrodite, of freedom. Freedom has everything to do with Freya. F-R-E-Y-A, F-R-E-E-D-O-M, the free dominion of Om. So the moon is full today. I'm sorry, did I say new before? I meant full. We got the full moon on the 16th Frau's Day of 2019, year of electricity. 16 is going to come up with these synchronicities I'm going to show you. Indeed. Before I show you these 24 cash register synchronicities from the last 2 days, I am going to share with you some quotes about synchronicity. First one will be from Carlos Castaneda. This is from Goodreads.com, quotes tag synchronicity. Remember, Carl Jung coined the term in his 1952 essay, Synchronicity, Meaningful Coincidence, and a Causal Connecting Principle. Here's some quotes about synchronicity. All of us, this is Carlos Castaneda, all of us, whether or not we are warriors, have a cubic centimeter of chance that pops out in front of our eyes from time to time. The difference between an average man and a warrior is that the warrior is aware of this. And one of his tasks is to be alert, deliberately waiting, so that when his cubic centimeter pops out, he has the necessary speed, the prowess to pick it up. Next one from David Richo. The Power of Coincidence, How Life Shows Us What We Need to Know. We do not create our destiny. We participate in its unfolding. Synchronicity works as a catalyst toward the working out of that destiny. We do not create our destiny. We participate in its unfolding. So to all those New Age narcissists, so-called New Age, they probably aren't really doing a service to what that might mean or originally meant, who say that you create your destiny, you create your reality, and you're responsible for everything around you. Listen to what David Richo said. He totally disagrees with you. He says we do not create our destiny or our destination. We participate in its unfolding. You see, a lot of these people who are trying to sell you on, manifesting your destiny and saying that you create your reality, they're not very bright people. Just like all these people taking these political us and them stances on everything, and getting obsessed with Mueller reports, and instead of seeing that what's actually happened, instead of maybe looking into the fact that whether it's a Democrat or a Republican in the White House, we got tyranny, as the WikiLeaks exposures show about that we have a criminal government whose military shoots on civilians. Obama, drones, wake up. And that guy got the Nobel Peace Prize. Can you imagine that? How sick. Hermann Hesse now. Each man had only one genuine vocation, to find the way to himself. His task was to discover his own destiny, not an arbitrary one, and to live it out wholly and resolutely within himself. Everything else was only a would-be existence, an attempt at evasion, a flight back to the ideals of the masses, conformity and fear of one's own inwardness. That's from Hermann Hesse. Now from Deepak Chopra, who wrote Synchro Destiny, Harnessing the Infinite Power of Coincidence to Create Miracles. Harnessing the infinite power of coincidence to create miracles. Remember, I read from his book, God, from 2012. According to Vedanta, there are only two symptoms of enlightenment. Just two indications that a transformation is taking place within you toward a higher consciousness. Just two. The first symptom is that you stop worrying. Things don't bother you anymore. You become lighthearted and full of joy. The second symptom is that you encounter more and more meaningful coincidences in your life, more and more synchronicities, and this accelerates to the point when you actually experience the miraculous. That was quoted by Carol Lynn Pearson in Consider the Butterfly, from Deepak Chopra. Now from Charles DeLint. I do believe in an everyday sort of magic. the inexplicable connectedness we sometimes experience with places, people, works of art, and the like, the eerie appropriateness of moments of synchronicity, the whispered voice, the hidden presence, when we think we're alone.